What's cracking, yo? This is the BREALTV Smokebox. I'm Dr. Green Thumb, aka Be Real, with my man Jacob Berger.
5-0 for the pussy. NYPD loving all the pussy. I'm looking for the pussy. Judge signed off on a warrant for the pussy. Probable cause with the pussy. Stop and get frisky all night with the pussy. I'm loving all the pussy. God throw cuffs on the winner on the pussy. Spending time on the pussy. 10-year-long investigation on the pussy. Indictment on the pussy. Better call a lawyer who handling the pussy. I love all the pussy. Protect and serve every day for the pussy. I'm eating on the pussy, and I take a hollow tip bullet for the pussy. Ow! Hey. Yo, my man, stop right there.
Hello, officer.
You got papers?
Papers? What, sir, are you racially profiling me right now?
What? No, I just need papers.
Papers, sir. I'm an American citizen, Officer Berger.
I'm sure you are. Look, it's misunderstanding.
Are you out of your mind? I've been in America for
Look,
25
hey!
years.
I'm not asking for your papers. I'm asking you to have papers, rolling papers, to try and get high. You smoke?
Oh my God. Rolling papers?
Yeah, rolling papers.
Yeah, man. Why didn't you say so in the first place? I got them right here.
Oh, perfect. Let's get lit. Good shit, right?
It's like good shit.
Yeah, it's Afghani Kush. Thanks for having me, my brother.
Word up, man.
Good to finally be here in the smoke box.
Hell yeah. Now, if you don't know, my man be doing some crazy ass fucking content.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta tell you, man, shit is fucking funny off the top.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, I work hard at my content, and I really love entertaining people, and it just all works out together beautifully.
What made you come up with the character?
Well, the cop thing, I had bought a uniform when I first joined the Actors Union because my friends were like, oh, you could be like an extra on like Law and Order and shows like that, you know,
right,
and make a good living and work every day.
Right.
So I had the uniform, and then one day I just started making content with it, and it kind of took off from there as far as creating this character that people just really gravitated towards, and it's been really a blessing.
Yeah, it's crazy because, you know, like the shit you do, like for people that don't know, you know, like that it's a comedy sketch that you're working out.
Yeah.
They can get totally caught up in the shit, right? And
yeah, because I definitely cover like, you know, all kinds of topics. Obviously I do a lot of like, you know, big booty girl, like just for fun videos, but I also tackle a lot of real issues in my content, like, you know, racial profiling.
Do people try to talk shit to you when you're doing the content?
Nah, most of the time people like really like love what we do, you know, and they don't really mess with me. I'm not the type to do like prank type of stuff where I'm like hitting like random people. That's not my type of content. I like producing like kind of thought out skits and everything.
Yeah, because it does seem like that. Like you definitely, you know, put an idea together and then knock that shit down, and it comes out hilarious.
Yeah, well, you always gotta keep your finger to the pulse of what's going on. So that's why like I'm always studying social media, seeing what are trends, like what things are going on. And then you kind of try and do a piece of relatable content that people are gonna like, you know, be related to with it.
What was the biggest piece that like put you over, like when you started doing
right?
shit?
Well, I guess the first moment was back in January 2017 where I did a parody to Bad and Bougie as Donald Trump, and also the Soulja Boy thing when Soulja Boy got jumped in the hood. So I did that as Trump, and that kind of put me on the map. Like World Star started posting me, shouts to World Star Hip Hop. They posted me, and then I started making content from there. And later in the year, there was that challenge, the For the Pussy challenge, where everyone did a freestyle rap over the same beat. And Erykah Badu did one, Michael Blackson, I believe. And that video just changed my life. It was like overnight, like my life changed, like gained, you know, 100,000 followers and millions.
Straight up viral.
Yeah, like hundreds of millions of views, like all over the planet. And it just kind of put me into the limelight, and it's been an amazing journey, you know, since then.
I think it's crazy when you get a hit like that, because then it's like pressure to try to fucking top that or keep that consistency, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you probably know as well, just as a creative, you're always worrying about like what's my next big thing gonna be. Luckily, I've had some good follow-ups since then and stuff. You know, one thing I had earlier this year was I did a parody of Tatiana, Bust It Down Thought, but I did Bust It Down Americana as Trump, and that one went really big as well.
And, you just try to stay relevant, earn a good living. At the end of the day, though, my main goal is the TV and film acting that I do. Like, that's what my main focus is. And the social media really helps tremendously because I'll earn a really good living. And
builds your profile, too,
builds my
right?
profile, helps, it's kind of a one hand washes the other kind of thing, So, like, when I booked the Power, I had already, 50 Cent had reposted my skits before. And I auditioned the traditional way, but when I got to set, the director was like, "Oh yeah, I love your content on social media." So it's definitely been a thing where one hand washes the other. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever gotten in trouble or approached by a real cop and be like, "Yo, I see what you do"?
Well, I had only one time when I was in Philly. I remember this cop pulled up, but he was chill about it. Usually, I'm pretty relaxed about it, and I'm always very careful. Like when we're not shooting, I wear cover over my uniform, so that way people know it's a production kind of thing. So I always take steps, but luckily I haven't. And law enforcement overall really loves my content. Like back in New York, cops would run up on me all the time.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
I would imagine they do, because I would think that when they see your sketches and they see you doing the shit you do, they're living vicariously.
Exactly. They're like, bro, I wish I could do or say some of the things you say. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's funny because I remember there was a huge disaster where a precinct on the Lower East Side did a freestyle thing where they were all rapping, it was a community outreach thing, and it was so bad that Twitter roasted the hell out of them. They had to take it down, and I just kept thinking, I'm like, they definitely saw my For the Pussy challenge, and they were like, oh yeah, if that guy can do it, we can do it. So, but it failed, and they should have hired me to do community outreach because people would run up to me like, yo, is he really with you? Da, da, da.
I think that would go a long way. That's not a fucking bad idea if they brought someone like you, or actually you on, who has that connection with people, because people fuck with you.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think I do a good job because obviously a lot of things come with playing a police officer role. So I think I do a good job of holding them accountable for a lot of social injustice type things. I do racism, but also humanizing people that behind the badge, realizing a lot of cops are just like you and me. They just have normal jobs and they smoking weed on the low. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true that. True that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see you on CSI at some point.
Hopefully. I just moved out here from New York a year
on
ago.
Some detective shit.
Yeah, just I get a lot of cop auditions. Definitely.
Right?
Yeah, I just booked my first recurring guest star role on a show called In the Cut. It's like a multicam sitcom. So that's really exciting. That's gonna air probably in a few months. And just keeping it busy, just keep killing it.
I mean, how's that feel, the transition from doing content for Instagram or Facebook or YouTube to actually, making the transition into being on TV?
Well, actually, that's how I differ from a lot of content creators, is that I started doing TV film first.
You're doing TV
I was doing that. I used to be a social worker. I actually used to be a substance abuse counselor. I got my master's in social work and shit, treating people with severe mental illness, and I just got kind of tired of it, so I ended up while collecting unemployment, did a comedy rap video called I'm a Jew. I rapped out being a New York City Jew, and that was back in 2011, and that kind of I was like, you know what, maybe I got a thing with this show business. So then I just kind of went all in, did some training at some acting schools, started getting short films, student films, web series, building up the reel, started booking TV stuff in 2014, and then 2017 was the big breakout year with the social media.
When did you feel you actually had it, that it was something that you could do?
Probably early on once I just saw the success of the first video.
Yeah.
And I also, funny enough, I was a test subject for a workout DVD program, which is something I probably gotta do now. They paid me to lose weight. Yeah. I lost 44 pounds in 60 days at the time. So I was like, I was off the high of that. I was like, oh, I can definitely do anything I put my mind to. And that's when I decided I could just be an act, and I did theater as a kid and stuff. So I had a little bit of a background in it. And yeah, I just hustle and grinded, and and it's all paying off now 8 years later, which is, it's a blessing. Now I'm sitting here with you fucking smoking on your show, talking to Be Real, fucking A.
What was the first oh shit moment with you working with somebody? Because I've seen a lot of your videos.
Yeah.
You're like, I never fuck, you said, you just mentioned right now, oh shit, I'm smoking with Be Real in the car.
Yeah.
Which one was the first oh shit moment? This is real right now.
Well, probably when I booked the Woody Allen movie Wonder Wheel, I had a scene with Kate Winslet.
That's fucking
so that was
crazy. And congrats on that.
Thank you. Yeah. What was crazy was supposed to be a really quick, she said a line, I said a line, but on the day she wanted to ad lib, so it ended up being a much longer scene than it was supposed to be. So that was great for me.
That's dope.
So working with someone who obviously that's probably one of the coolest things about social media is that it's allowed me to kind of like skip some levels to get to the point where I'm notarized and people know me like an A-list kind of person, like I'm recognized like that, which is kind of crazy because in my mind I have so much further to go. Like I've done like over a dozen TV film co-stars and stuff. I'm trying to get to the next level, them series regulars, them guest stars, you know.
Yeah,
so you gotta just always stay hungry.
Yeah, put the work in, stay hungry and shit like that. Because I mean, I think a lot of people settle and they become complacent and shit, and the game passes them by. You know, when you're constantly out there doing some shit, you know, you're at the pulse of it, and then people see you there, and they want to fuck with you.
Well, you must have seen over the years people that you know that worked in show business just eventually they just couldn't take the ups and downs of it and just kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's demanding, right? I mean, like, you know, for anybody doing music and you catch, you know, any kind of success and you have to really promote your music being on the road and shit. You're away from home a lot of the fucking time, and that's just a part of the game, and you gotta get used to that. And I would imagine it's the same thing for like comedians that do stand up. Yeah, you know, they got to be on tour, going from city to city, doing that same run.
You gotta be built for, because at the end of the day, the business is a bigger part than the show for all this. Like, you know, everyone has talent, but it's about how you're able to bottle that up and make it into a marketable brand, or so to speak. You know?
True that. I mean, even actors have to deal with that shit, right? Like they, you know, when they're filming on location for X amount of fucking time, you know, they're out there putting in that work. And you got to deal with that part of it, because being creative, I think that's the easier part. It's the, you know, all the other shit after that.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
to
you
keep it going, you know.
Yeah, you know, you just to keep that hunger going, because at the end of the day, you got to be able to just love the journey. Like, because if you're just chasing the destination, like, you're not gonna go far in this business. Like, you need to be able to really love the process of putting it all in and like. Not looking back, like, you know, like I left like a stable career path, like to pursue a career as an entertainer, and somehow I made it work. Like I hustled my ass off. I ate dirt for the first few years just so I can pursue the dream, and then luckily just things, you know, fell into place, and now I'm able to be living in LA.
Hey, so, you know, sometimes it's not about the destination; it's about the journey.
It's all about the journey, man.
You never know what, you know. Like the destination is subjective. You might want to get here at this point in your life, but you may say, "Fuck it, let me, you know, make a turn, and I'm gonna go here instead." And wherever life takes you, right?
Yeah. Well, what keeps you going? I mean, you've been doing this now for how many years would you say?
I love doing music. You know what I'm saying?
It always keeps you going. It always feels fresh.
Well, like, for me, it's like it's a form of a few things, right? It's a platform for me to say what the fuck I want, how I feel, or what needs to be said that maybe other people ain't saying. Yeah, you know, that's one thing. It's a creative outlet. Like, so let's just say I don't want to say shit. I just want to be creative and, you know, put out something that maybe doesn't make sense, but it sounds dope. You know, just any of that. And because it's a passion, right? To be creative like that and still be competitive and say, you know, I'll put my shit up against anyone's, and it doesn't matter what pop culture likes or not. I know that my shit is right there.
Oh, well, you definitely carved out a niche for yourself, you know.
You know, so for me, it's just about still having love for what I do, because if I didn't love it, I would have just, you know, let it go already, and you know, I'm pretty straight. Right. And, you know, we're opening up shops and all that stuff. So
diversifying your portfolio.
Yeah. So for me, it's
holy shit. I'm so high right now.
Me too.
Oh my lord! I knew I was gonna be getting high, but
do you smoke up?
Oh yeah, I smoke every day.
What's your favorite shit you like to smoke?
I mean, I really just love all the OG strains. Anything with OG in it. Like, and it's funny because being from New York, like I grew up on like sour diesel. Like it's all about the sour diesel. And then when I moved out here, I realized how everyone in LA laughs at us for liking the sour diesel. How I was just not like, there's so much better out here.
I want to say this: sour diesel is not a bad weed, especially not on the East Coast when you consider what is available out there, right?
Right.
OG is it's better than, you know, probably 90% of the fucking weed out there, but. You know, there's nothing wrong with some good sour D. But I hear you. You know what I mean? Like everybody that's been in this box, I would say, probably 85% of people all fucking say OG, you know, OG Kush. Not like these made up OGs, OG this, OG that, but some OG Kush.
Right, just real gassy, like, you know.
Because it's gassy, it's impactful, and it tastes great when it's done right.
Yeah. I
mean, I like flavors though. I like all the other flavors out there, but you know,
which ones are catching your eye right now?
Oh fuck, you know, there's so many that Gary Payton from Cookies is a really good one.
Yeah, all burning strains are pretty fire.
Oh, yeah. And for me, one of my favorites was for a long time was Wedding Cake by the Jungle Boys.
Oh,
their Wedding Cake. Yeah,
Wedding Cake's popular this season.
Their Wedding Cake is fucking crazy. But I'll tell you, you know, Cookies are, you know, just dropped this strain called Pancake. Mm-hmm. That's really fucking bomb.
Gotta try that out.
Yeah, you gotta try that shit. And then, you know, we have our drops too. Our Mac 11.
Yeah.
The insane Mac 11.
You gotta give me a little goodie bag or something.
Yeah. You know? We got one for you. We don't have the Mac 11 in there because we sold out. But I'll make sure you have some. We should have had the fucking bag right here. Hydro. We need the bag, dog. So like, you've collaborated with a lot of folks at this point.
Yeah, it's been really dope. Like, Instagram's allowed me to like connect with like a lot of like artists and stuff like when I first moved out here, like working with like Kodak Black, like that was a really dope collab.
That's Hydro's favorite.
Yeah.
Who haven't you collaborated that you want to collaborate with? Who's on the list? Like your top 5 right now?
Oh man, that's a tough question. I kind of just take them as they come. Like, you know, as I meet people or opportunities arise and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's no one like, I guess, off top.
Try to have expectations.
Yeah. I just kind of go with the flow. I mean, what's nice also about being on Instagram is like when you're verified, people usually respond to your DM when you see the blue check. So I'm able to work with like really dope people just reaching out like through DM. You know, I think that's how I might have reached out to you, is through DM and stuff. So
what collab surprised you in terms of you didn't think that they would do a collab with you or you know?
Yeah, I guess the Kodak Black one was kind of like a nice surprise, like, because you know, his DJ Showtime, shout out to Showtime, free Kodak Black, by the way. They reached out to me.
Hydro says the same.
And we did, and yeah, they just like I did a skit with Lil Terrio, like using one of his songs, and he had reposted it for a little bit. I just came with the idea, and it just so happened he was in the same studio where that viral clip, you know, where he was in the studio doing the little dance thing. So the idea just kind of came to me, and it all worked out nice, you know?
Yeah. Fucking A, man. Mm-hmm. Free Kodak.
Yeah, it's fucked up, that whole situation.
You know, Hydro wants Kodak out like tomorrow. You know, that's his playlist is fully Kodaked out.
Fully Broward County.
Oh yeah, word up, man.
What is this that we're smoking, by the way?
What was that? That's I believe that's Insane Kush Mints right there.
Insane Kush Mints.
On our Funky Fit Tips.
I know I'm gonna look so baked on this show.
We're all baked.
Yeah, I should have brought my sunglasses, my cool sunglasses.
But do your eyes burn too?
Nah, I don't burn, but they definitely. I definitely feel it, like when you feel that shit behind your eyes, like that's when you know you're smoking good gas. You know.
So being from New York, you know, the cannabis laws they're starting to talk about them a little bit more down there. Where do you think it's going?
Well, hopefully it's going to legalization at some point. I think overall, you know, the people of the United States want to see cannabis legal, but it's all about figuring out the logistics, and you know, it's all about the money at the end of the day. If they get the money right, then
you just said it. You just said it because you know, New York definitely is about making paper, right? And you would think with the amount of tourism, and here goes your flavor bag right here.
Oh, thank you so much.
You would think with the amount of tourism that New York has from everybody in the world, that they would recognize that the revenue stream that comes from cannabis being legal out there recreationally, they would fucking kill it. Yeah. More than any other fucking state, I think.
Yeah, they just gotta come down on the taxes at the end of the day, because until they come down on the taxes, the black market's always gonna exist.
It would be so fucked up in taxes for sure down there, because everything is so much
they'd probably be like 50% tax or some crazy shit. Like,
well,
people are still gonna go uptown to the heights and go cop that haze.
I gotta tell you, down here is fucked up right now too. I mean, it's 40% tax, or 37 point something. which hurts. You know, so they got to bring the tax down here too. But yeah, in New York, it would probably be very, very expensive. But they got to have it because there's a lot of cannabis smokers down there, and the tourism and the money you make in tourism alone.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hopefully it goes legal federally, you know, in the next few years. That's the hope. I mean, I'm hoping Bernie Sanders gets elected. I know he would definitely legalize it, do his best he can to make that happen.
I think so too. If that happens, oh man, it's over. I'll be opening up a green thumbs
everywhere, countrywide, 50 states. Even. I mean, that would. I mean, you know how it is, just with the regulations and every state's being different and stuff. I mean, are you guys in multiple states or just in California?
We're working on that right now. We're just in California. Nice. So, do you do dabs and shit like that too?
I do, but I'm always a traditionalist. I like the flower the most, but I definitely enjoy a dab here and there. It's like weed crack almost, like the sauce and the oil. I do like smoking joints like dipped and all that sort of, you know.
You ever tried those Puffco Peaks?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, those make it a little bit better because you don't have the fucking torch thing. You know,
it's a little more classy. Like, but it's such a.
There's an anxiety with using the torch in public because people think you're fucking doing crank.
Yeah, you look like you're like doing crank or some shit like that.
It's a skill to handle that torch. You know?
It is a skill, but still, you know, like somebody that's watching you from far away or whatever.
Yeah, it looks nefarious.
That motherfucker doing crack right there.
Yeah, this is not what I like. You know, God put the weed here on the planet for Earth. I don't know if he intended the fucking butane torch, fucking hitting off a red hot nail. You know, I don't mind some dabs like every now and people
then.
Used to. What?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, listen, if you catch a low temp dab, you're good because you'll get all the flavor and you know it's impactful. But yeah, for me, I stay with the flower. But you know, dabbing is a big culture right now.
One thing I've moved over though to living in LA is like coming from New York, we all smoke like Dutches, like vanilla Dutches, Phillies.
And shit.
So when I moved out here, I started smoking raw papers. Like I'm basically you know,
that was better for you. That was a good choice.
Smoking paper, and now when I went back to New York, all my friends are rolling Dutches and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is disgusting. Like I used to put like a piece of processed paper and then another piece of processed leaf over on top of that. Like you can't even taste the weed. Like,
see, that's what I've been trying to tell people for the longest. But you know, until you actually, you know, have that experience and say, you know what, I'm gonna lay off the blunts for a second and just roll with the papers. The minute, 2-3 months later, the minute you try to go back to those fucking blunt wraps, you're like, fuck, I can't even taste the weed.
You can't handle it. Yeah. It's
oh man, you did yourself a favor right there.
Nah, it takes away the experience, I feel, of the flower.
I feel you, man. There, you know, like there's some people here in Cali that will not even accept the blunt, like, you know, like. I'll be one of them. I'll be the first to admit it when people try to pass me blunts.
You turn it down.
Like, I'm sorry, I don't hit blunts.
Backwoods, no nothing.
Nothing. There's only like maybe 2 people I might hit blunts with, but like realistically, I try not. Just
because they smoke another.
Because our history, stuff like that. Like they're real way back homies and shit that. You know, it's like a tradition that we at least smoke one. Yeah, you know.
But I look back on it now, like after I was smoking when I was 14, so probably like 10.
You quit at the right time. Yeah, you saved your lungs right there.
Oh, you know,
that's like our public service announcement, right?
Don't smoke blunts. Smoke papers.
Put them in the white girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Roll thick bitches, whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Just, you know. But you could tell the difference as a connoisseur, you know, being in California for so long now, right? Yeah. Where you have all these options of cannabis. Yeah. You know, you want to be able to taste that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and also I'm involved. This is the company that I'm with, Supreme Green, here.
Supreme Green.
Yeah, me and my best friend, we have a farm up in Humboldt, and we do this modern natural farming on our flowers. So it's like fermented fruit juices and naturally sourced ingredients, so no chemicals and stuff. But so it's really good like that kind of stuff, and we doing pre-rolls, so just getting that out there, and you know, me being who I am has been a good way to like kind of leverage us into the game and get into places, and you know, putting the groundwork that a brand needs to sort of establish itself.
Right on. So you jumped right into the cannabis industry too, right?
Well, yeah, because I mean, it just kind of worked out, like with my career going well, and opportunity arose to, you know, get a permit and everything like that, and go the white market route.
Yes.
So it all came together. It just seemed to work out perfect in that regard.
Hell yeah, man. I gotta say, it's an interesting time in the cannabis industry.
It really is. It really is. It's been a very big, especially just the business of it has been a huge eye opener. You know, everyone, there's so many brands now. Everyone's competing, but you just guys deliver a good product and have a good brand message, and
yeah,
and hopefully you stand out from the fray. Fight for that shelf space, so to speak.
I'm waiting to see when the content comes out. What do you like? Are you planning anything for that, like in terms of content pieces?
Oh yeah, I've made content over the past few months and stuff like that, promoting and stuff. But we also collab. We have a partnership with Raw. So we use raw paper for all the joints and stuff like that. Good friends with Josh and them, and it's all been just keep it moving, and it's just moving. And the cannabis space has been very generous to me. They really embraced my coming through here. And at the end of the day, I'm a lifelong cannabis user. It's not just here for just trying to make a buck. This is what I'm about. I love smoking weed, so hopefully we all keep moving the movement forward together.
Hell yeah, man. I want to thank you for taking the time to jump in the box. Mm-hmm. Let them know where they could find you.
Find me at Jacob Berger Actor. That's BERGER. JacobBergerActor.com. Keep watching, like and comment. Y'all know the vibes. Appreciate you, B.
That's right, brother. Thank you for taking the time, man. Once again, we're fucking stoned up in here. It is the Smokebox. Leave your comments. Subscribe to the channel. Fuck with my man Jacob. You know what I'm saying? He's got more content coming, and he will make you laugh.
Stay tuned.
Keep blazing.
Got the heart of a lion, soul of a titan, mind of a genius, fly with the height. All your senses is senseless, resistant, relentless. It's what they call you when your grind is endless. Let's get this.
They say I'm psycho, I move weight like lipo. Got a big